Hey guys. So today, this morning, hi Crystalis. Hello, Carol and Sky. Um, so today we are going to cover the green beauty movement. I interviewed Jamie Jones, and if you don't know her, you really should. She is awesome. So I interviewed Jamie Jones, and the episode that came out this morning was the green beauty movement. Hello, Michaela. Hello, Kylene. Hello, Melissa. All right. So, this whole green beauty movement, you've probably heard of it, maybe not necessarily called the green beauty movement, and you've probably heard some contrasting ideas on it. But Jamie is a homeschooling mom who grew up in Nigeria, and she's also the administrator to an educational group called Healthy, Beautiful, Woke. There's periods in between each of those. And I love that group. It is life changing. Hello, Jill and Chris. How are you? So, the Jamie is an administrator in the Healthy Beautiful Woke group, and she uses that group to educate women about ingredients in their personal care products and how to shop for personal care products. She also covers pretty much just clean living in general, but the focus is really on the personal care products, so makeup and feminine products and stuff like that. So Jamie started in the green beauty movement because, hello, Casey, because she wanted to take control of her health and she didn't want to fall victim essentially to this stigma that everyone in my family has had health problems. So I am just going to be a victim of some sort of health problem, whether it be cancer or heart problems or anything like that. Hello, Jamie. So she really wanted to take control of her life, essentially, and say, I am not going to be a victim. I am going to control what goes in my body and how I'm going to live my life. And that's how she really got into just clean living in general and then really got into the green beauty movement. So, the green beauty movement is a movement through a lot of mostly cosmetic companies, not all of them. We covered the whole problem, and I'll get back to that of um, corruption. But um, green beauty movement is mostly that, like, the EWG is a huge factor into all of this. And we kept referencing them a lot. So they really make sure that all of these chemicals that I'm pretty sure Jamie said that it was 14 ingredients, only 14 that we ban in the US, and there's thousands of them that the EU has banned, and we just haven't been updating our laws when it comes to chemicals in our products that we deal with every single day. Hello, Joanna. Um, and it's really just, it causes a lot of health problems in general. So it is definitely linked to, there are lots of studies that it links it to any sort of cancers and skin problems and just health problems in general, that a lot of these chemicals can just get into your system super quick. Hello, Renee. Hello, Vicky. How are you? So the green beauty movement just educates women and tries to promote the fact that we need to start being more aware of what we're putting into and on our bodies, because our skin is our largest organ and it takes like just that fast for anything we put on our skin to enter like our bloodstream and everything. So this is super important to your health, and it can really just change a lot. So in the episode, we went over a couple of the specific ingredients to avoid, but there's just so many that it's hard to keep track of. And the biggest tip that I took away from Jamie, besides joining that Healthy Beautiful Woke group, because that has a plethora of information on getting started, but some of the best, hello Jackie, some of the best tips that I took away were to get this EWG app, and you pretty much can just scan a barcode. Here, I'll see if it'll focus. The light, probably not. So you scan the barcodes in the store, or you can enter a name in the search and browse by categories and see what their score is that they give them. Now, she did say that it isn't 100% accurate because we're constantly, like, companies are constantly coming up with new chemicals, new names, different concoctions that they can put into it. And so it's kind of hard for them to just keep up to date with all of it and do the proper testing very fast. So it's not necessarily 100% accurate, but it is an awesome place to go. And then also the EWG website has a lot of information as well. And then her other tip that I absolutely love, and she is constantly talking about it in her group, is to start out one step at a time. So if you want to switch over to clean living, hello Jennifer, hello Angie, if you want to switch over, do not throw out everything in your house and rebuy everything, because that is crazy, crazy expensive. So just replace things as you run out of them. So if you need more foundation, go over to her group. She has this little, you can also just look it up on the EWG website, different products, but I find it super easy because of this group. She literally has little list of swaps that you can make. So there's a category for makeup, and there's a category for feminine products, and there's a category for body wash and all this stuff. And so you have choices, and those choices that they have on there are actually tried by real people in the group and backed by real people in the group. So it actually works as well. So as you run out of something, you're going to go and replace it. And then it just makes it a lot easier. And she also did stress about try not to get too overwhelmed, because when it comes to the information that you can get on not only the list of chemicals that you should be avoiding, but the different products, that there are definitely companies out there. They call them greenwashers, is what she said. Greenwashers, they are companies that didn't really do their research or didn't want to jump through all the right hoops and make it seem like they're part of the green beauty movement, but they aren't actually. So their advertising is going to make you think that, but you just need to make sure that you're reading the actual labels, just like what we do with our food, right, guys? Read the labels on everything, because what's on the front of the package is not always what it's all cracked up to be. They can use tricky words that don't really mean much, because sometimes there's words that they don't have a specific meaning when it comes to certain things. Like organic now, it didn't used to, but now you have to have to meet so much criteria in order to use that word on your food, for example. But she said that one of those things that a lot of people use is chemical free, and chemical free literally means nothing because pretty much anything can be a chemical. So that isn't necessarily true, and natural is not really 100% tried and true of a proper product. Hello, Jack. Hello, Vicky. I don't remember if I said hello to Vicky. So those were a lot of her tips and tricks. So you're going to get the EWG app. You're going to join that group if you want to make it super easy, and then also just ask any questions you need to about any of this. That's the healthy.beautiful.woke group here in Facebook. Hello, Jamie. Here, I'm nearing the end of our wrap up, but you can go ahead and add in anything just in case if you feel like I possibly could have missed it. You can go ahead and comment anything you want me to say. Not that you had to be on here, but you definitely know this a lot better than I do, which is why I interviewed you. So, the EWG app, the EWG website, replace things as you run out of them. Read labels. Try not to get overwhelmed. Join that Healthy, Beautiful, Woke group. And also listen to the full episode, because I definitely did not get into detail. We were talking, and like Jamie was really talking about all of this information. And go to sarahfegley.com/ Create Yourself podcast, or go to the Create Yourself podcast group. So you can get all of the information that we talked about. And my Patreon members have little exclusive files that I made for them on different tips and tricks from the episode and swaps that you can make that I made for them. So that is everything on Green Beauty Movement. So what questions do you guys have, or comments about anything? So I see different Jamie said, not the Jamie I interviewed. Hello, Carrie. So we literally bombard ourselves with toxic things: makeup, hair, food, skincare. It's so true. So true. That's what we were talking about in that whole Green Beauty Movement episode, was how quick it can just get into your system and you don't even really realize it, because your skin is your biggest organ in your body. So that is a huge thing. Any questions for Jamie? Since she's on with us, we get that option. Or if you do have questions, you can definitely ask in that group that I was telling you about. Oh, Jamie says women on average use close to 500 chemicals every day. That's a lot of chemicals. And that women have a higher body burden than men, which isn't surprising because I feel like we definitely use a lot more products than men on average. So I don't know if I define body burden, but body burden is just the amount of chemicals in your body at any given time. So higher body burden, bad. Lower body burden, good. Caveman talk. Okay, so if you guys have any more questions that you think of, head over to that Facebook group, or you can ask it in, I can also link it in the Create Yourself podcast group. And we just want to get you guys all of the information you need. And you can share this with anybody share the episode probably with anybody that you think could benefit from it. Or we have lots of other topics that we talk about on the podcast. It's Create Yourself with Sarah Fegley on one of your favorite podcast apps. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.